think we're live. I'm not sure. Here we go. We're live. Welcome back to the Total 90 show. I am your host, Coach Hugh with Total 90. We are in the middle of a fantasy draft. And because I cannot show my mobile on stream, I am just going to start typing them into a spreadsheet so we can talk about it and kind of see. Oh, I got some cool features here. So far, really like all three of these picks. I've got the 8th pick in the draft. So, just to start, this fantasy league is for the 2026 World Cup. And we have designed this league. By the way, YouTube, just so you're listening, this is not a gambling website. This is not a gambling platform. This is a free-to-play fantasy website. Last time I did this, YouTube confused me for a gambling website and deleted my video. So I'm just going to repeat that over and over and over again just to make sure that YouTube does not delete this video. Again, this is not a gambling website, and we are free to play. Looking over at the 4th pick, we've got Harry Kane. Love that pick. Solid pick there. 4, I'm gonna goon. Erling Haaland. Love this pick as well. So one of the things that I have tried to do in these leagues, I think this is my 6th league so far, is I try to pick players from teams who I think will go far in the tournament. And the reason I do that is because this fantasy platform does not – oh, I got to add one more. This fantasy platform does not have a knockout round, meaning all participants will go until the final. And the way we did that was by something called a dynamic roster. A dynamic roster basically shrinks as the tournament shrinks. So right now you have 48 teams in the World Cup going through the group stage. That is going to be reduced to 32. The 32 is going to go from 6 to 16. Then you go to 8. Then you go to 4. Blah, 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 blah. Lamine Yamal. Love that pick. Hopefully he can pick it up. Started off kind of slow. So in that same thought, you want to have players on teams who you think will make it to that Final Four. And the reason I say Final Four, Vinicius, here we go. Coach Hugh's turn. Kai Havertz has been really just stepping up for me. I've got him on a bunch of other teams. So we're going to go with Kai Havertz here. And then I think I'm going to stick with the Germans, although Elise has been really catching fire. So I think I'm going to go with Kai Havertz and then Elise. Did somebody pick him? Did I miss that? No. Oh, he must be a midfielder. Let's see. Elise, midfielder. Boom. Lock it in. Great 2 picks from Coach Hugh. Let's go. Kai Havertz and Elise. He's listed as a mid, but he plays kind of like a forward. So we're going to keep him as a mid for now. Nico Williams. Wow, good job, Vinny. Love this pick here. I forgot where I was going. But, yeah, it's just all about picking players that are on teams that are going to go far. I really, of course, obviously France in a top 4. Oh, here's where I was going. People don't realize that in the World Cup, the last round of games is not just first versus second. They actually do a third place game, which makes it 4 teams at the very minimum. So when you have 4 teams, that means you have at least 44 players to pick from. So what we do is, Dembele was just picked, we reduce the rosters to kind of match the number of teams. And in doing so, it makes everything competitive. In addition, we don't do a total fantasy score. Your fantasy score only is reflected in each round. And then it ranks who has the highest fantasy score. And from there, you're assigned what we call race points. And the race points function like Formula One, where they're not rewarding you based on first, second, third, fourth, fifth. You get points allocated to your car or to your team, and then over a series of like 10, 15, whatever, how many races, I'm not sure what the rules are, you total up the sum of those race points, and whoever has the most points wins the race. So we kind of took that approach, and we like that approach because it keeps everybody in the competition to the very end. Let's keep an eye. Someone got Balogun? Sheesh. Okay. Holland and Balogun. I mean, hey, do you. I'm going to let these guys know that I'm streaming live. Next up, we've got I'm Gonna Goon. He's got 15 seconds until sheesh. That was a horrible pick. Yikes. That's a bad one. I don't think Martinelli is starting. That's going to be a hold. We will see what happens there. I don't think he got a lot of minutes recently, so I'm just not going to criticize that pick in the group chat, but boy, was that a stinker if you're watching. And see, I like this. Ty is going with the midfielders, which I respect because the midfielders do have the ability to rack up points. And, of course, when you draft teams, you want to know what the scoring system is. The best thing I've been telling people is if you make an impact on the game, whether it's number of passes, whether it's types of passes, tackles, interceptions, you're going to score a lot of points. So we've got examples of players, forward, midfielder, and defender, who've scored some serious points. I'm talking like 50 points, which is a really high score. Your average is around 10 to 20. That's like an average. Bruno Fernandes. That's like an average score there. And then real one. Ooh, Julian Alvarez kind of early. See, I picked Julian Alvarez early last time, and he did not start for Argentina. So then I'm like, you know what? I'm sticking away from that. Messi at the second pick, though. That's a hot pick. I like that pick a lot. He seems to be on form. So obviously you want to pick him up. I'm trying to think who my next pick would be here. I'm thinking Van Dijk, but we'll see what happens. I don't know if he'll get back to me. I do have a really great website for players. I'm hesitant to share this with everybody, but just so you can see kind of what's going on here. So we're going to just click defenders. We're going to go round one. So Schlotterbeck at the top. I mean, that'd be a great pick because he's going to start. Kimmich is also a fantastic pick. Kubarsi, Cucurella. All the Spanish defenders are fantastic picks. And see, this is Van Dijk. I feel like Van Dijk's going to keep doing more. He did get a goal, which was tremendous for his score. Akanji's a solid pick. Van Heck, good job. Clean sheets are really what's going to get you up at the top. That's probably why Spain has so many players up high. And these boys are moving. We got Florian Wirtz of Germany off the board. Declan Rice, that's a fantastic pick. Dre's on top. He's on top of the shit. Good shit, Dre. Rafinha. Enzo Fernandez. I'm just going to put Enzo. We all know who that is. Herb's got to make a solid pick here. He's got two forwards. Yeah, so going back to the players, we're looking at defenders. So you can see the highest score here was a 50. Then you got 40s and some 30s. Looking over at the midfielders, again, you got 40s, 50s, some 40s, and some 30s. The goalkeeper, really impressive. I think this is one of the highest goalkeepers I've ever seen in my fantasy scoring system with 35. I don't think we'll see that again just because of the number of saves. Yeah, this dude had 7 saves. What did this guy have? Saudi Arabia. Wow, 9 saves. Impressive. Can see why these guys are at the top of the goalkeeper list. They've got all the saves. Oh my goodness, Herb is just selling. Sheesh. Unless he had a good game that I missed. Rodri, great pick. Lots of points. I need to start thinking about who I'm going to pick here. I'd like to get another forward. So let's take a look at the list. Ooh, you know what? Diaz is good. Musiala would be a great pick. It's weird that they have Bellingham as a forward. Same with Weston McKennie. That's not right. You know what? I think I'm going to go get – this is tough because you want to pick players from good teams. I think I might go in the direction of the Dutch. Marquinhos, that's a great pick. I'm thinking maybe Saliba or Van Dijk. I think I'm going to go with Van Dijk. He's just such a solid player. But I can also pick from the Spanish. Schlotterbeck would be good. I don't want to pick too many players from the same team. You know, you kind of want to move it around so that you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. But nonetheless, good picks from these guys so far. Nuno Mendes as well for the Portuguese, I think would be a fantastic pick just because you hope he changes the way he's playing. So here's what I'll do. I'll go get Van Dijk. No, I need a forward. I need another forward. All right, let's think about this. Rafael would be great, but I don't know if he's starting. Let's keep looking. I think I'm going to go get Musiala just because he's such a – oh, you know what? Kimmich. That's an easy pick. That's an easy pick. He's on the ball. And then I think I'm going to grab another midfielder from the Netherlands. I think I'm going to get Frankie de Jong. He seemed to just be on top of the ball a lot. Just two easy picks for Coach Hugh. I do need to get some forwards, though. But starting off – oh, and there goes Van Dijk. Yep. There goes Van Dijk. Kind of saw that coming. This guy's probably watching the stream. What's up, dude? And we got De Jong. Pulisic going in the 4th round. Woo! Sheesh. It's a bold pick, Cotton. I like it, though. I like it a lot. Can the U.S. get to the top 4? Man, wouldn't that be great? I haven't looked deep enough into the playoffs to know where. Let's go take a look at that while we're waiting for the turn. We got plenty of time. World Cup brackets detailed. We're going to see if we can find any photos. There we go. It really doesn't help out here. Okay, so we're going to be in Group D. So this is us. I'm assuming we get first place here. So if we get first place here and we beat this team. Wait, hold on. Yeah, so this would be first place of G, which I think will be Belgium. Belgium could potentially beat whoever this is. I mean, if somebody beats Belgium, that just makes us a whole lot easier. So let's look over here. Potentially, we're looking at first place of H, second of K, L, and J. All right, so let's go look at these groups. World Cup groups. Somebody's about to get auto-picked. Yeesh. Herb. Yikes. It's unfortunate. Standings. So what did I say? H. Let's look back here. Okay, so here we are. First of D, playing the first of G, which is Belgium. I know that. And then we could potentially play first of H, second of J, K, and L. J, K, and L. Okay, so this is probably going to be Austria. This could be Colombia. Oof. And then this will probably be Ghana or Croatia. First of H. Oh, man, Spain. Oof. First of H. So we'd have to beat Belgium and then Spain. My goodness, that'd be tough. That's a tough one to. But I'd love to see it. I'd love to see that for us. I don't really know who this Franco guy is, but we're gonna. He plays for, looks like Ecuador. Hakimi's off the board. Just want to remind YouTube, we are not a gambling website. We are a free-to-play fantasy soccer app. Because I know they're listening. They kicked me off last time. Gabriel Magalhaes. That's a good pick. I like it. I think we're just, Magalhaes. It's going to be interesting to see how Brazil play against a weaker team. So most people didn't realize Morocco was as strong as they were and anticipated Brazil beating them. Not the case. That was a fantastic game. Morocco, kudos to them. They had a game plan. They executed it. They looked brilliant. Really smart game plan. They tried to keep Brazil out the middle and push the ball to the wings. But then when the ball did go out to the wing, they crowded that space, not really giving those guys any ability to get into the game. And it just totally disrupted what Brazil wanted to do. They turned the ball over a ton in the middle. Paquetá, Casemiro. We even saw Casemiro get subbed off at halftime. That was rough. That was rough to watch because he's one of my favorite players. As he lost a step. Oh. So this is actually Koundé here. I'm wondering if people are going to find out about Nuno Mendes or like Joao Cancelo. Like, those are fantastic players. Or like Nico Schlotterbeck. There it is. Saliba. Good pick. Good pick. He could easily score a goal off a header. That's a good pick, lad. If you are watching, drop a comment in the comment section. Let's chat. Let's talk about these picks. So far, Coach Hugh is looking solid with Havertz, Olise, Kimmich, and De Jong. There's so many options here at forward that I could go for. You have Leroy Sané. You have Musiala, who's considered a forward. Potentially Tillman. I don't know. That's a reach, I think. For the Netherlands, someone I really enjoyed watching was Somerville. He was class. He was class. So fast on the ball. Japanese did a great job to diffuse him, but when he did get space, he was dangerous. That was a lot of fun to watch. The Dutch just, once they started to get into the game, they did look like a contender. The Japanese did a phenomenal job containing them, especially with that massive height advantage. You would have thought that, they would have taken advantage of it. I would have been getting corners left and right. I would have been putting the ball in the box as much as possible. But credit to the Japanese. They looked phenomenal. Bad Verbruggen. Keeper's off the board. Here we go. Is it GK? Yep. Cool. Let's check the group chat. Got people asking about the chat, about the app right now. Ooh, somebody got auto-drafted. Did they? I don't know. We're gonna keep it moving. For goalkeepers, this one's tough. This one's tough because the only way goalkeepers really get points are by clean sheets or by making actions in a game. So saves, obviously. Saves is number one way to get points. I think we also reward goalkeepers for long balls, where other players we do not, just because I want goalkeepers to have something unique to them. And in doing that, gives them some points that they can earn, especially if they've, long ball in their tactics. We're just going to go long. We're going to play wide and long. Players that do that really well that I'd love to see is Mike Maignan. When he does it for AC Milan, looking for Leao, it is electric. If he can get that back line to be high, he plays one right over. Leao's got the pace to pick the ball up and go right at goal. Chouameni off the board. I dig it. Might have been a reach. This guy is, though, he's picking very balanced, though. So I respect this. 1 forward, 3 mids, 1 defender. You're looking at Argentina, Portugal, England, Brazil, and France. Very balanced team right here. So far, I'd give him, I think, the strongest team to go the length of the tournament. This is also a fantastic team. Spain, England, Brazil, France. Another very strong team. And we got Cucurella. Nicely done. Off the French. So he is doing a good job balancing his picks. Shout out to Ty. Timeless Ty. Good picks, lad. Who else? I think I might go with the German defender here as my next pick. I think I'm going to go Schlotterbeck. Let's take a look at what he did. He scored a ton of points. I don't know what he did. Oh, 74 passes. Oh, he won a bunch of duels. The duels wins. Duels wins. Minutes played. He played full game. Got the winning goal. He scored a goal. Did he score a goal? He did score a goal. Nice. Final third. Touches in the box. Ball recover. Oh, he's my boy. That's it. That's the guy. So I'm hoping nobody's watching my stream right now because they're just going to swap. Oh, Gakpo. Nice pick. Nice pick. I was not as impressed with him. I thought he was going to do more. But before the game, he was on fire. He was making some amazing shots before the game. I was luckily on the side that the Dutch were training before the game and got to see some really good shots against Somerville. I think he's going to be one of my late sleepers here. Not many people are aware of him. Once you see him live, you can just see how electric he is. He was awesome. I wish they'd start Depay. But they started Daniel Malin in the front. He's just not – I guess maybe he plays there for Roma. I don't really watch Roma that much. He had one of his best seasons of his career at Roma. But I thought Depay off the ball was making better runs. So, I think I'm going to turn on my overhead. Getting a lot of glare here on my screen. And that's just too far back, Somebody's about to get auto-picked. Oh, it's Herb. Herb's going to get crushed. Another auto pick. Oh, jeez. I wish I could show y'all. Mohamed Salah. Okay. Ahmed. We got Ahmed here. Whoa, what happened there? Bring that back. Bring that back. Let's get some typing. João Neves. Oh, Vitinha. Yeah, nobody's picked Vitinha up. Jeez, that's a sheesh. Salah. Little nervy about Salah because does Egypt make it far? I don't know. I'm going to spell Joao's name right. Oh, it's Coach Hugh's pick. Who did we say? I think Nuno Mendes, right? Yeah. Oh, and then you got Gravenberch as well. Yeah, but see the Spanish defenders. Aymeric Laporte, Kubarsi. I think we're gonna go with our initial Portuguese Nuno Mendes. They have to get him involved. Like just such a crazy. And then I think I'm gonna go get the Portuguese midfielder, Vitinha. Oh, I said I was going to get Schlotterbeck. That's exactly what I'm getting. Schlotterbeck. João Neves. Nuno Mendes. We got Schlotterbeck. That could be a bad pick. I think he starts, though. He's so good for Dortmund right now. And we're back to the draft board. Ochoa. Yikes. I don't think he even starts. That's a pretty bad pick there. I don't think that was on purpose. Konate. I don't think he starts. Sheesh. These guys making it really easy for me. Oh my God. Herb did another. Jeez, I'm Herb. Poor Herb. He's having a rough go at it. A rough go indeed. Casemiro. Oof. Somebody's reaching. These guys are reaching here. Going back to the draft board, who we got? This is, I think, Ty's pick. Ty's been killing it so far. I give him a 5 out of 5 on his picks. Let's see what he does here. I have a feeling he might go with a goalkeeper. Round 6 or 7. Ooh, Leroy Sané. Yeah, nice pick. Nice pick. Nice pick. That was going to be another forward. Oh, that's who I was going to get. Sané and Schlotterbeck, but that's all right. Musiala's still out there. Vitinha just got picked up. That's crazy. That is crazy. I think I'm going to go get Musiala. Man, I think the Germans. If it's not the German. Oh, you know what? Doué. I think Doué started for France. Let me go check that out. If Doué started for France, that's my sleeper. Sheesh. Desiree Doué, going to check the matches. Yeah, he got 87 against Senegal. It just seems like a no-brainer there, you know? Going to check France. Do they have the lineup? Yeah, it looks like they are starting Olise, Dembele, Doué, and Mbappe. So we're going to see what happens here. Is it possible for me to go 11 picks? Is anybody watching? We got nobody watching, unless somebody just left. We're going to go for Doué here. Let's see what happens. Tijani Renders. Solid pick. Solid pick. He wasn't getting on the ball enough for me with the Dutch team, and I think that was because the Japanese were just clogging up all of the middle of the field. I cannot say how much fun that was watching the Japanese. There was so much discipline, and you could tell there was a style of play that they wanted to have, and they executed. There were a couple of moments where they kind of went astray of their game plan, or they tried to take a couple of risks, and it came back to bite them in the butt. But they held it 2-2, you know? It's a great job. Great job by the Japanese. And the Dutch, for me, I feel like they have to take more risks. They've got such good players that there's no reason that they should just be taking their time, moving so slowly. One of the best things that you can do in your advantage with the ball is to just attack with speed. And they've got Somerville. If they would have been able to get Somerville open in more space, it would have been really good for him. Luis Diaz, there he goes. Off the board. Whoops. What am I doing? Y'all know I was high on him. I almost picked him a couple of rounds ago. Hoping that it gets all the way back to me. So looking at this, you know, we got 2 forwards here. We got 3 forwards here, 3 here, 3 here, 2 here. So it's going to be interesting to see. I feel like he's going to get a goalkeeper. He's so far he's very balanced. It could be a midfielder or a defender. It's going to be interesting to see what he does here. And then while we're here, let's take a look at the French forwards. So Doué only got 15 points, and he played 87 minutes. So he's just not on the ball enough. And that's unfortunate. So maybe we won't go with him. Let's check the midfield. Rabiot. I mean, that's a great pick because he's just on the ball. Got an assist as well, which is nice. Got 2 key passes. Who else can we look at here? Portuguese. All those guys are picked. Valverde. Nice pick. He is the main man there. At Uruguay. Let's see who else we got here. Oh, the Belgium. Oh my God, I know who I'm picking. I know exactly who I'm picking. Right there. Rudiger. Looks like somebody's on auto pick. João Cancelo. It's a solid pick. I like it. Who we getting? Doku, baby. If this guy picks Doku, I'm going to be so mad. He's already got... I don't think anybody's picked any of the Belgians, which is crazy. It's a crazy no pick. Nobody's watching, so I should be all right unless I just totally gave this guy the motivation through my mind. So pick Doué, dude. Pick Doué. Pick him. Do it. Oh, he might be on auto pick. The thing that was really depressing is that Doku did not do anything for the Belgians. But he's just got such quality. It's hard to ignore, his ability. Another really good late pick is going to be Jan Diamandi. See, let's look at the Belgians. Let's look at these Belgians. Doku with 14. De Ketelaere. Dang, De Ketelaere. Holy shit. Trossard did really well. He was getting on the ball. Courtois would be a good pick. Midfielders. Tielemans. Lukaku is a midfielder. That's wrong. We're going to go Doku. That's just he's such a good player. I have a feeling he'll get back. And then I think I'm going to get Doué just because he's a starter, The French seem to have rotated him in as the guy that's going to replace Hugo Ekitike. So we're going to go for it. And I don't think this guy is even playing anymore. It's all good. We're going to dominate him. Don't you worry. Coach Hugh is going to be making those picks for you. Doué. Solid team so far. I need to get a Brazilian. You know who it's going to be. You already know. I'm just going to put his name in. There's no way anybody picks this guy up. Just nobody likes him as much as I do. Lukaku. Came off the bench. Scored a goal. Serginho Dest. I dig it. He looked really good. He's a very important player for us. Grimaldo. This I don't know what Herb's doing. Feels like Herb is just giving up. Bernardo Silva, great pick. Best thing you can do is just pick starters Pick starters for good teams. Making moves. Everybody's making good moves here. Let's just check the balance of teams. 3 forwards, 3 midfielders, 2 defenders. Solid. That's good balance. I am a little nervous about that second pick. He's going to have to drop him or find a replacement. 3 forwards, 2 midfielders, 2 defenders, and a goalkeeper. That's an easy replacement. These 3 guys, unfortunately, are going to really hurt him down the line. He's going to have to go find some players. I'll help him out. 2 forwards, 3 midfielders, a defender, and a goalkeeper. You already know this guy's going to be picking defenders. Same with Andre. He's got 4 midfielders and 2 forwards. I really like that he's going full tilt on, Brahim Diaz. Interesting. Morocco. Oh, he is a mid. What's also great about my style of fantasy is that you can put players wherever you want. You don't have to put a midfielder in the midfield line. You can put a midfielder in the forward line. If you think Brahim Diaz is going to go get some goals, put him in as a forward and go get those forward points, because forwards score more points for goals. Defenders score less points for goals. I know most fantasy sites do it backwards, or at least I say backwards. Oh, Cristiano Ronaldo, my boy. Damn. Solid. See? I feel bad that I didn't go get him, Danny Olmo not starting. Wasted pick. We'll see if he can get in that lineup. Bukayo Saka, though. Decent pick. Because he'll probably get minutes. I think he sat out to get rested. I don't know who Pacho is. I've seen a bunch of people pick him. I just don't know who that is. And he's on Ecuador. So, you're picking players from teams that just don't have the likelihood to go forward. Let's see if that's a better. Is this a better? Oh, there you go. I like this better. I got a pile of jerseys back there, and then my boy. I gotta see if I can trade for Ronaldo over there. See? Oh man, why? I don't know what it is. Drafting is so much fun. I just can't get enough of it. I can't get enough. I'm hoping Ronaldo gets a kickback here and really starts to find his form. Really depressing to see all the other stars do so well, and then he kind of, didn't do that well. Kamada might be worth a pick also. But if he doesn't get that goal, how many did he score there? So that was a midfielder. So he only got 5 points. So you get 22, 48 passes. And they were actually, interestingly enough, they were not in possession for a lot of the game. So you get somebody in possession. You get them in possession. Ooh, somebody made a little oopsie. All right, that's what the transfer market's for. Gonzalo Ramos. Let's put that real C in there. Ito. Okay. It's got to be an auto pick. I feel like Herb's in auto pick mode, which, it's unfortunate. Gyökeres. Ahmed. I think it's my pick probably. So now is probably the time to get a goalkeeper. So I think what I'll do is I'll get my pick at goalkeeper. So it's either going to be, Man, I think I got to go with the French goalkeeper. How many French players I got? 2. Yeah, we're going to go with Magic Mike because that back line's eventually got to pick it up. And then we're going to we got to get a Brazilian. Like what is a Coach Hugh team without a Brazilian? But we could also go get 2 goalkeepers. And I don't think anybody would go and get Paquetá. I'm just going to go snag the 2 best goalkeepers. Yeah, we're going to do it. Paquetá is going to be right about here. We're doing a new strategy. We're going to try and trade. That's what we're going to try and do. Who wants to trade? Otherwise, I'm just hanging on to keepers. And looks like Luka Modric, although he had a really rough game against the English. McTominay, I like that. Man, the Scots, they got to be talked about. The Scots in the USA have been absolutely amazing to watch. What a show they have put on. Just in general, seeing all the cultures of all these different countries come over here, really embrace America and, have that freedom to show it off. It's just so fun to watch. It's really amazing to see how sport has joined us all together. Really, really amazing. I need to figure out how to get this mobile working a little better. Let's get out of there. Who's going to get auto-picked here? I feel like my crew here that I'm drafting with, I feel like they just don't know ball. Another auto-pick. So I'm going to go look at that Spanish midfield. Who are we missing here? You got Pedri, you got Rodri. I feel like Fabian Ruiz has got to be the obvious. Spain. Who is it? Yeah, Fabian Ruiz. So let's go look at him in leaders. I'm going to go to Spain. Midfielders. Yeah, 25 points. That's amazing. I mean, and he could be one of the guys that gets on the ball for these. Like, that's disgusting that they both got over 40. They got 50 and 40 points. That's just crazy. Llorente did really well. He might be worth a pickup. I don't have enough defenders here. Darwin Nunez. Interesting pick. Rodrigo de Paul is a fantastic pick this late. Jeez. There go the goalkeepers. Yeah, so we're at pick 10. Everyone's waiting for the goalkeepers. That's wild. Yeah, so who do we get here? Did any of the Argentinian defenders do well? Lisandro Martinez. I think he's got to be passing 64, clean sheet, last man tackles. Great job. I mean, just fantastic work. I feel like my clean sheet's not strong enough there. I feel like that's got to be higher for a defender. But at the same time, some of these defenders got a whole bunch of points. Jurriën Timber, not sure he's playing, so good luck. Oh, you know what? Somerville. That's what we're going to get. Oh, and Musiala's still available? These guys. Yeah, so Paquetá might be super late. Memphis Depay on the bench. These guys don't really know ball, and that's okay. That's all good. Dre has got himself a solid team here. He's got to pick a defender. All right, so let's start writing these players down. Musiala. I think Llorente, just as another defender here. Paquetá, of course. Ryan Cherokee. Bro, what? He's not even playing. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Phone's kind of hot. This thing's running. Really upset I could not get a scarf from the Japan-Netherlands game because that was one for the history books. That was so much fun. I wish there was a way I could share my photos. How would I do that? This man's got to get a defender. This is crazy. I guess he's going to go just full tilt, midfielder forwards. I don't know who that guy is. Brown? All right. Danilo. There's no way that Musiala is still available. That's crazy. That's crazy, y'all. Mazraoui. Oh, we got Wisa. Forward. Mazraoui. He looked really good against Brazil. I was very impressed. Yeah, so who are we going to get at defense here? I think we're going to get Llorente from Spain. And then oh, that's really weird. So let me make sure I'm not missing my pick. So they started Kubarsi, Llorente. It's so weird. Spain. I better not miss my pick. Laporte, Cucurella. So I think let's look at this. Let's look at Spain. Spain. Defenders. Yeah, Llorente crushed it. Did he even score a goal? What did he do? Oh, he was just getting up. He was getting up. Okay. All right. Kubarsi is also a solid pick. Man, all three of them got in the 30s. Who had more passing? Let's find that. Passing, successful, accurate passes. Oh, my God. Who is that? Kubarsi, yeah. 107. Easy. And then I'm going to go get Musiala. That's crazy. Nobody's picked him. Boop. I'm crushing it. I'm crushing it. I am crushing it. Forward. Yeah, I think I'm going to make – I don't think any of them pick Paquetá. I just don't think it'll happen. I do need to get another forward. Although, I mean, I could start Musiala at forward. That'd be awesome. That actually might do me better because he'll score goals. He'll get assists. So that'll get me more points. I've got my 2 goalkeepers. I probably need another defender. I really like Theo Hernandez. Let's go check that French team out. Although the Spanish, man. Llorente, Laporte. Like, nobody's picking the Spanish. That's crazy. Yeah, this guy has left the building, Shwazy. All right, so with the next pick, I think I'm going to get Laporte, Aymeric Laporte, and I think I'm going to get Paquetá. My boy. Yeah, so we're down to the weeds here. I may move. I don't know. Pickford, nice pick. Palacios. All right. Argentina, he's on the bench. Dibu. Goalkeepers are going to start flying off the board. I'd be shocked if he does not pick one right here. Let's see if we can figure that out. I've got France, Brazil. Germany's still available if he wants to get the German. England's gone. Spain is available, but who really played for Spain? That'd be Unai Simeone. Be another good pick. Who do you pick there? Who do you pick? We're about 1 hour in. Starting to get a headache back here. A little migraine action. I think I might go to bed soon, man. Noni Madueke. Good pick. When Saka's healthy, though, I think he's going to be on the bench. Is everyone still there? Oh my God, I'm missing the game. Sadio Mane, good pick. I'll be right back. Gotta turn it on. I bet a goal just got scored. That's why I'm feeling it.
There's Luis Romo.
0-0 at 3:30. We're gonna try and catch. There it is, David Raya. Bad pick though.
By the Uruguayan
Bad
referee
pick.
to the Paris Saint-Germain player, Kang In Lee. type of player normally either. He's a technician. The game really well. He does. He's a really good leader.
6 minutes.
Pace is an issue. Taken down by Jimenez. Quickly on the scene. The South Korean defenders, and then that shot from Alvarado lacked a bit of power. Gutierrez, one of the 4 players who play their club football in the city of Guadalajara. Jesus Gallardo, Quinones. Good football, but not the best of finishers.
We're going to go back to San Siro.
Very similar. Wait that foot to come inside. Well, that's the best chance that anybody's created so far.
20 minutes in, 0-0. Let's see what they can do. Ruben Diaz on the bench. I drafted him also.
Last season with 32, born in Colombia, but playing for Mexico, and he looks a real threat to South Korea.
Yeah, I got to go to bed. Eesh.
It's only Mexico in the first 5 to 10 minutes, but I think they've really got into it. They've been in control of that 10.
How we doing? How we doing, lads? Oh,
To be fair, all 3 kids are beautiful, but obviously I think we're used to seeing the green one. I think this is a more limited edition. It's a beauty.
nicely done, Diogo Costa.
They say that's magenta for South Korea kid, just in case you're looking about the colour. I'm not going to lie. I don't think that's going to be one of the top sellers. The anthem jackets were a picture, by the way, weren't they?
That is a great late pick. Lautaro Martinez.
Not sure what you translate that to in North America or Mexico.
Somebody's on auto draft. I appreciate that. Oh, Lautaro is forward. Wrong one. Thought it was Lisandro.
So Mexico team that's won 4 in a row. They're unbeaten in their last 9. South Korea, a tough team to read. They're capable of really good results, but susceptible at the same time. They lost
Jan Diamandi. Dang. Dang. Nicely done.
including coming from behind against the Czechs in their first game in the group. So they are a little bit inconsistent and a bit unpredictable. And that's going to bounce through to Kim Sung-yu.
Kim Sung-yu. Let's see what kind of tactics the Koreans whip up here.
Speed from Eric Lira to get away from Bang In-boo. Johan Vasquez, who's alongside Edson Alvarez at the heart of this Mexico defense.
Who are we picking again?
They've been quite reserved. South Korea so far. Sanchez did superbly well there. He's Quinones. Roma.
We got a well-balanced team. 3-4-3. Got our starters. Got our goalkeepers. I think I'm going to try and get one more midfielder here. Let's see. Oh, let's go for Paquetá. Let's just do Paquetá right now. And then from Spain, oh, yeah, we'll get another Spanish defender. Is it Laporte or do we get, I think Laporte just because nobody's picking them up. It's crazy. We also got Fabian Ruiz. Yeah, I'm just going to win this league. Last pick, it's going to be a forward. I'm going to go get Somerville. Somerville. Daniel Mullen's still available. I mean, geez, like the number of picks available. Mm.
You can't spell American without it. During the Jeep Make This the Summer event, say I can in the original can-do vehicle. I can go where freedom takes me. I can bring the whole crew and everything that comes with them. And in America's most patriotic brand, I can take it all.
All right, I think I'm going to end the stream. We have just gotten to an hour. If you have just joined us on Facebook, oh, he left. All right, peace, y'all. Have a good one.